Hey everyone, and welcome back to Episode Breakdown. I'm your host Oliver, and today we are diving deep into the absolute game changer that is Robin Hood 2025, Season 1, Episode 4, The Cause of This Unrest. Strap in, folks, because this isn't just another episode. This is the crucible where the man, Robert Locksley, is forged into the legends Robin Hood. We're going full spoiler, missing zero details, so if you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our breakdowns. Let's get into the chaos. The episode kicks off with the big bads in a tizzy. The Sheriff of Nottingham and the Bishop of Hereford are sweating because Robert Locksley is no longer just a fugitive, he's becoming a symbol. After being linked to the death of Aaron Huntingdon, he's now the face of a Saxon uprising. The bishop, Era the Pragmatist, suggests just letting the outlaws starve in the woods, or alternatively, bringing in more soldiers from Warwick and Leicester. But the sheriff? Oh, he's playing 4D chess here. He shuts that down hard, explaining that more soldiers need more money, and King Henry isn't sending a single penny. So, what's his brilliant diabolical plan? A massive bounty on Robert's head, funded by a joint venture between Nottingham and the bishop's own abbey. We're talking enough money to fund the manhunt with 200 soldiers. The bishop, seeing his purse strings tighten, reluctantly agrees, with the flimsy promise of being repaid from taxes later. This decision to transport a chest of gold from the abbey sets a deadly trap. But who is it really for?
We will put up a new reward for Locksley and those he runs with. 200 men who will hunt him down.
Meanwhile, in the depths of Sherwood, the mood is grim. Little John is grieving his murdered dog, Robert is racked with guilt over Aaron's death, and Ralph is traumatized, having been the one to actually kill Aaron to protect her brother. They're hungry, they're tired, and they're desperate. Their solution? Rob a supply wagon headed to the abbey. And this, my friends, is where the band gets its heart. The driver of the wagon? None other than Friar Tuck. He's a Norman, but he refuses to run because he's more terrified of the bishop's abusive punishment than he is of the outlaws. He gives a powerful speech about how the bishop and sheriff use faith as a shield while robbing the poor, and it's a light bulb moment for Robert. He realizes that poor Normans are victims of the same oppressive system. Tuck decides to stay and fight, and just like that, the first key member of the Merry Men falls into place. And the recruitment drive doesn't stop there. Two Saxon thieves, Pregagard and Mary, stumble upon the camp and join up, solidifying the group that will one day become legendary.
I should despise the bishop.
Do you?
He's a tyrant. His faith only extends to the gold that lines his pockets and all it buys him.
Far from the forest, Marian is trying to navigate the gilded cage of the royal court at Westminster under Queen Eleanor's wing. She's pining for Robert, writing him heartfelt letters she could never send because any paper trail would doom them both. Queen Eleanor, in a masterclass of political manipulation, tutors Marian in quiet power, explaining how she herself is a prisoner in England, yet still ruled from the background. This is clearly setting up Marian to become a spy for the Queen later. We also see her fending off advances from Robert's cousin, Will, who has become a shameless flirt at court. Marian, of course, shuts him down with zero hesitation.
In time, I will teach you such power.
Now, let's talk about the episode's MVP for sheer audacity, Priscilla. The sheriff has had enough of her rebelliousness and in a stunning move decides to ship her off to a convent at Hereford Abbey. He tasked the bishop to whisk her away right after Aaron Huntington's funeral, giving her no chance of protest. But Priscilla? She doesn't protest, she schemes. On the road, she learns of the plan and orchestrates a brilliant, dangerous gambit. At the Locksley estate, she seduces the Irving grieving Earl of Huntingdon, convincing him to let her stay the night and heavily hinting at intimacy.
A man shouldn't have to grieve alone. I could stay with you tonight, but in the eyes of the church, it
forces the bishop to back down as he can't defy an earl. Once the coast is clear, she stuffs her bed with pillows to fake her presence, escapes the estate, and rides straight back to Nottingham to face her furious father. In a defiant confrontation, she declares she will not accept a life built on his shame and control. The confrontation is so intense that Sheriff's own man, Melange, ends up imprisoned. Priscilla isn't just rebelling, she's waging a war for her own autonomy, and she's winning.
I turn my back on you, father.
Sire!
Now for the main event, the heist. Friar Tuck, with his insider knowledge, reveals the bounty money's route. He proposes a bold plan: rob the bishop's carriage. If the money never arrives, the manhunt stalls. It's their first major operation. But it all goes horribly wrong. They block the road with a tree, expecting a small escort. Instead, the bishop rose up with a small army of fully armed royal guards. A brutal, chaotic fight erupts. The outlaws are overwhelmed and tragedy strikes. Amid the chaos and bloodshed, as Robert fights with a skill and fury they've never seen, Sprechergar shouts a new name for their leader, Robin Hood. In that moment, drenched in struggle and loss, a legend is christened. Despite the tragedy, Robert's incredible archery turns to tide, and they finally seize the chest of money.
Who are you?
He's Robin Hood, Prince of Sherwood, no less.
So they have the bishop at their mercy. Friar Tuck slaps him, humiliates him for his crimes against the poor. Everyone is hungry for vengeance, but Robin makes a shocking, controversial decision. He lets the bishop go free. This wasn't a moment of weakness, it was a stroke of strategic genius, and here's why. A strategic message.
It's you who will be brought to justice. But today, run. Go and tell the sheriff I claim his reward.
Robin sends the bishop back to Nottingham as a messenger. The outlaws are growing, and force alone will not stop them. It shows he's a calculated leader, not a mindless killer. Shifting the fight. By sparing him, Robin shifts the rebellion's focus from simple revenge to a targeted assault on the system's resources. He's not just fighting men, he's fighting their power and their purse. A humiliated, terrified bishop returned to court telling wild stories about the mythical Robin Hood. That's a PR nightmare for the sheriff and a recruitment dream for the outlaws. It transforms Robin from a man into a symbol of resistance.
Who did this?
A heinous devil.
Devil. By what name?
By the name of Robin Hood.
And that's how the Cause of This Unrest delivers on his title. By the end, Robert Locksley is gone and Robin Hood has arrived. The successful heist funds their cause, but at a heavy cost, a solemn reminder of the stakes. The sheriff and bishop are left reeling, knowing their number one enemy is no longer just a man, but an idea. The legend of Robin Hood, the Prince of Sherwood, has taken root. What did you think of this epic episode? Was Robin right to spare the bishop? Let me know your hottest takes in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for your weekly episode breakdown. Until next time, I'm Oliver. Keep breaking it down.